Hey, so in this video, I'm going to be telling you if it's easier to read sales charts on SellerAmp or on BuyBotPro. Now, the reason why sales charts are important is because it basically gives you a history of the product that you're analyzing, and it's important to look at this every single time you do deal analysis, right? Because it will help you understand how well the item has been selling, how the prices have changed, how the BSR has fluctuated. It tells you so much. You can assess the item's past and present to clue you up for how well the item will perform in the future. You can look for consistencies, inconsistencies, trends, so that way you can see if it is a seasonal item, if it does well all year round, if it has particular months when it does better, if it might be falling off the wagon a little bit and it's going to spiral down into, being an item that isn't so popular anymore. It can help you see so much about an item. So they are vital to your deal analysis. And so therefore you need to be working with a tool that, helps you read the charts in a sense that's easier, in a way that feels more comfortable, and you need to get as much information as you can about the item through the chart. So we're going to see which one's better, SellerAmp or BuyBotPro. So let's start with the charts in SellerAmp. Now you can view these in the main panel. So these are miniaturized versions. So you have the overall sales chart right here. So there's a bunch of different factors on this chart right here. So the Amazon price, buy box price, FBA price, FBM price, sales rank, and new price. And as you hover over any point, it gives you a breakdown of what exactly was going on at that point in time. Now, if you click and move this along, you can change the time frame that you're looking at. So you can move along. So you can also change the time period here. So you can show just like 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, year, or for all time since the item was first ever listed. And next you have the monthly sold, sales per month chart right here. So you can see how the sales per month has changed over time. You also have an offers and reviews chart right here. So you can see how many people have been joining the listing and how the ratings and reviews have gone. So you can view it this way, or you can open the charts in a new window so they appear big like this. So you have those same 3 charts right here. It's quite simple to read this way. However, the only thing I will say about it is if you want to, move across, or if you want to zoom into a certain section, you have to click a button to allow you to do that. And then reset the zoom. You have to click a button to allow you to do that. I think there's easy ways to go about it, but there's also a Keeper version to look at as well, so you can view the chart on Keeper if you prefer that look. But yeah, ultimately you've got the miniaturized version, so you've also got the mini Keeper chart down at the bottom right here, and you've got those charts right here. I like the fact that you do have the big version because it just makes it easier on the eye when it comes to reading. My only little concerns with this is the fact that obviously you have to click on pan or zoom if you want to do either of those things. So just think there's easier ways to do it, basically. But yeah, that's SellerAmp's version of the charts. Now let's take a look at BuyBotPro. So with BuyBotPro, you have the miniature versions of the charts right here. So you have the sales chart, whereby you can view the BSR, the lowest new price, Amazon price, buy box price, FBM, FBA pricing, and you also have a break-even line on here as well. You have a offers and reviews chart here, and you also have the sales heat map, which is unique to BuyBotPro, and it makes it really easy to get a quick understanding of how popular the item is and how well it sells. Now, what I like about this and what you can't do over on SellerAmp is you can toggle certain sections of the chart. So even on the big charts right here, you can't sort of sift through individual factors. So with BuyBotPro, you can actually turn on and turn off what it is that you want to see on the chart. So to make it easier to break down and analyze certain factors, you could say just start off with the BSR. Then you could add in, say, the Amazon price. Then, see how that works in correlation to the buy box to see if maybe, Amazon have held the buy box for the majority of time on this listing, and add in the FBM price, the FBA price, the lowest new. You can work it that way. The break-even line is really useful because basically BuyBotPro obviously works out your break-even, and you need to then see how the buy box works in correspondence to that break-even line. So if we turn these off, and leave buy box and break even on. If you saw the buy box dip below your break even lots, then you probably don't want to sell that item because you don't want to be making a loss. You don't want to be making zero. So that's an extra thing that you have on here, which I really like. And I also like the fact that you can break it down that way, so it's easier to digest. And particularly if you are getting started out with a deal analysis tool for the very first time, to help you understand the different factors. To see things that a bit clearer, to be able to break it down. You can do it on here as well. To be able to break it down is really useful. You've also got the same with the offers and reviews chart as well, so you can turn on and turn off various factors. You have a BSR and subcategory chart on BuyBotPro, so not only can you view how well the item is doing in the overall BSR, but in the subcategory BSR as well. So for example, we're looking at Crocs. We want to know if this is the best bit of footwear that we can get. So yeah, that was really helpful. We have bar charts for the averages, so this helps summarize consistency and inconsistency on the listing for various factors. And we also have a chart version of the competition analysis, so we can see how the competition and the pricing has fluctuated, what that's looking like per seller. Yeah, with the charts as well, you can view it for 7 days, 30 days, 90, 180, 365, or for all time since the item was first ever listed. And you can click and drag and it will zoom in. So you don't have to choose a button to do that. You can just click and drag and zoom in and then reset. Now the sales heat map, as I say, that's unique to BuyBotPro. So this is a summary of how well the item is selling. So the idea behind this is the redder the better. So the more red you see, the better, the hotter the item is selling. Where you got periods of darker orange, it's selling well, but not as hot as in those red periods. Where you got lighter orange, it's selling okay. Where you got white, it's basically either not selling in those periods or it's barely selling at all. So it's a summary of what you have above in terms of the popularity and how well it's selling. So it's a really easy way of seeing, does it sell well at a particular time of year? Does it sell well throughout the entirety of the year, and so forth? You can also open up the BuyBotPro charts in a new tab, so you have them big here. You can also open up the keeper version. So if we go here, open up the keeper version right there. So you can view the keeper chart in full if you prefer to look at it from a keeper standpoint. If you hover over the European marketplaces as well, you get a keeper chart per one for this item. So in terms of charts, BuyBotPro does offer more. It's a lot more user-friendly with the fact that you have the sales heat map. You've got more charts available, full stop. Working out the averages for the pricing over different time periods is a lot easier with the bar charts. Being able to toggle off certain features, certain aspects is really useful for helping you read the chart. So you can start with one, add it, and this break-even line is really useful as well. So you know very clearly if you are going to be making, sales for a profit and if that's going to remain consistent as well. So you get a lot more here to help you clue you up for how well the item is going to sell in the future. So for me, I would say BuyBotPro. That sales heat map is amazing. It makes it so much easier to read. This breakdown, being able to toggle on and off certain things it's just amazing. You have the mini chart, you've got these charts right here on the page that are a bit bigger. Then of course you can view them in full in the separate tab. So yeah, I really like that about all of them. Obviously you have the sales heat map here as well. I would definitely go for BuyBotPro. SellerAmp, it's great, it's simple, but it seems a bit like it's not had any sort of like TLC for a while. It is a little bit clunky, and of course you get a lot less information. You can't break it down like you could do in BuyBotPro. You don't have that sales heat map. So yeah, I'd definitely go for BuyBotPro in this regard when it comes to reading charts. And trust me, reading charts is going to be vital for every deal analysis that you do. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you soon.